one of the topics that has been so near and dear to you is this idea of achievement teams and
Hmm.
just thinking about work that we can do around achievement teams. And I know that that will come up across our conversations today. And so I was wondering if you could just start by sharing with us your vision for achievement teams. Kind of to you, what are achievement teams in schools where the structure goes particularly well? What do those achievement teams sound like, look like?
Yeah, absolutely. And I can tell you just a little bit of the history. This achievement teams came from my prior learning of a process called data teams when I worked with Dr. Douglas Reeves at the Leadership and Learning Center. And this was back when I was still a practicing assistant superintendent, but I went to a training and saw this process. I'm like, this is really amazing. People are really speaking with each other. And it wasn't just about data, it was about reflection. But after I had a chance to learn and work with Dr. Reeves, I then became affiliated with Corwin Learning and Professor John Hattie, and I started learning way more about visible learning, which all has its critics, but it's still the largest summary of educational research. And so when I wrote Achievement Teams with my wife Michelle, we based the Achievement Team book on 6 super factors from the visible learning research, like goal setting, like collective efficacy, like multiple tier structures of support. And so, you know, we had John Hattie write the forward to our book. We're so gracious for that. And the book, literally, Katie, is just an experiential 4-step process if you wanted to meet as a professional learning community. We know that we never question the research around solution tree or PLCs or anything like that. We just know, and Dr. Brown knows this, that there's a gap between what the research says and what the actual implementation looks like. We know that collaboration and collective efficacy are supposed to double the speed of progress. But when we go into schools and we work with them, there is no process. There's no progress. There's nothing coordinated. And so what happens is our our focus with achievement teams was to help participants appropriate new knowledge about teaching and learning, not maintain existing knowledge. We are supposed to be sensitively challenging current thinking and practice every time we meet. So at the end of a PLC or an achievement team meeting, we leave with an enthusiasm and an eagerness to go and implement strategies we've not tried yet with our students. And that's really the whole focus. So it's a reflective piece, but we use a little bit of a pre and post assessment model to keep it going. So that's the motivation. I learned so much. Somebody wrote, I mean, Marjorie Martinelli said, you have 2 great mentors. I do, Reeves and Hattie. I am incredibly blessed to have worked with both of them.